It's time for an all-new Blitz here on Channel 4. I'm Brian Carter. Got a great show for you today, but we're going to start it off here at Towns County High School with Lady Indians basketball coach Jim Melton. Coach Melton, always enjoy having you on the show. Thank you so much for your time.
Glad you could come up.
I am too. It was a great drive, by the way. It's beautiful with the trees and all the different colored leaves and everything. But, Coach, you're one of the most decorated coaches in Northeast Georgia. This is your 16th season coming in. Last year you surpassed the 300-win mark. 3 trips to the Final Four. 14 out of 15 years you've taken your team to state. Dozens of girls you've sent on to the collegiate level. I'm probably missing a few things on there. 4 Coach of the Year awards, I believe, as well for the region. This got to be your sweet spot here at Towns County, and you're still really young too. Do you envision yourself being here for years and years to come?
I hope. I don't know. I feel old, but just blessed. I went to Towns County High School. Truly been blessed to be here in this community, and the girls, the parents, they're willing to do anything, and that's a big thing. You've got to have everything going your way, or everything buying into what you want to do in order to be successful. But basically just truly a blessing to have these type of players.
Now, last year, a great season for you. There's no way to understate that. 27-5, a Final Four appearance, a couple of big win streaks in the season, 10-game win streak, 11-game win streak. Unfortunately, you lost to Gordon Lee in the Final Four, but you're able to bring back a lot of your core players and your key contributors from last year. Talk about kind of how does that play into this season, and kind of what you're looking for out of your team. Is this the year for Towns County?
I hope it's the year. It seems like every year is the year, but these winning streaks are good. I want the winning streak to be at the end of the season to lap over to next year, and then that means you've done something. Yep. But it's tradition, I guess. We. As I said a little bit earlier, just everybody buys in. The freshman group that's coming in this year, I really don't look at what they've done at the middle school level because I know that there's a good precedent set with the older girls, and they just sort of fall in like little soldiers and start marching with everybody.
It's amazing what they do too here in the 15 years you've been here. Now you have 4 seniors this year, led no doubt by Aaron Cochran, a great point guard for you, shooting guard. What are you expecting out of the senior girls this year?
Leadership and experience. All 4 of them returning, played varsity last year, got a lot of experience, a lot of on-court time. And it's good that the 4 I've got cover 4 areas of the game: point guard, wings. Got a great girl coming off the bench as a senior, and then a senior post. So I've got some leadership at all 4 positions.
Now, we talked about this last year, not verbatim, but the essence of what we talked about last year is, and you said that you kind of trained them rigorously throughout the year and kind of push some of the girls to the point of wanting to quit, and that's how you find out the ones that you want on your team are the ones that aren't going to quit. Obviously, that philosophy has more than worked out for you in the long run. Are there any recruits kind of that you found over this past summer? Because I know we're getting to the point where a lot of your players that were in that position now, they're juniors and seniors, so you got to have someone waiting behind them, right?
Well, first of all, I don't like anyone to have to quit, but I mean, I've been lucky. It's the girls here, they know what it takes to play, and the time commitment, and really never have to cut anybody. They've I don't want to say cut themselves, but they see when their time's done. But it's yes. Somebody said Mr. Gibson, our principal, he sort of aggravates me. We have a love-hate relationship. My players have a love-hate relationship, right. But I can ask them for anything, and by all means, they can always ask me. I'll do anything for them. Sophomore class is probably the class that I stay on the hardest, because I think that's where they make the most gains, and they can see, hey, I'm gonna be able to play, or this is sort of the end of my ability. And they got to be happy with that. I've got a couple of guard freshmen that I've taken notice to, and a post player that's coming on pretty good.
All right, and that's interesting you mentioned the post player, because that's where I'm going next. When you look at your team from top to bottom, there's no question when you look at the perimeter game. I mean, obviously, again, you got Erin Cochran. I've never seen a player like her that's able to get to the charity stripe and then make those shots as well. 19 in one game last year that she made, not just attempted, and not only a school record, but second all-time in the state for a single game. And then, obviously, Stephanie Patton. Can't say enough about her. Just all around an incredible player, pure three-point shooter as well. But talk about the post game and kind of your concerns for that. Or do you feel like you have the girls in place to put that dominant presence down there and crash the boards?
Yeah, I think we've got some people in place. It's funny. After the season was over, I was chosen to go down and coach the Junior Georgia Athletic Coach Association All-Star game. And I had 6 girls that were 6'3" or taller. Oh, wow. And I sort of joked with them, I didn't know how to coach them. I've never had anybody that tall. But Kelsey Cowart is a senior post player she's had 3 years of good varsity experience. I've got one girl that's returning that didn't play last year, and she'll come in and help out at the post. But, those two, one of my sophomores, actually a couple of sophomores, I'm looking forward to stepping in and playing. We may be small. Some people think, hey, that girl warming up out there is a guard, but when the game starts, she has to play the post. So that's just the way it is when in a small school.
You found a way to make it work, which is awesome to watch. But last question before you, Coach, and then we'll let you go. But you have a way of prepping these girls to have some major success on the court and also in the classroom. You play a role in that as well. What's that like for you when you send these girls out, the seniors, year to year, whatever senior class you have, you send them out as winners, not just here on the court and in the classroom, but you send them out fully capable of doing the same thing at the next level. What's that feel like for you?
Well, it's a great feeling. I think my girls can play anywhere. We're a single A. Whether it's a 5 or 6A school. But what I guess makes you feel really good is there's a college coach that feels the same way and thinks that they can play it at whatever level the college that they're at. But it's the tough thing is trying to find time during the season to go back watch the former players play because our schedules never really jive together. Yeah.
Right. All right. Well, Coach, thank you so much. Always appreciate having you on the show. And 16 years, it never gets old watching your team have all the success in the world. And we just hope for a lot more this year as well.
Well, thanks for coming up.
Thanks, Coach. Now we got 2 players coming up next on Blitz. You will remember them. Stephanie Patton and Erin Cochran next up on the show.